Mephiles. The one character that everyone hates. And I get why they hate Mephiles. But believe me when I tell you that he is actually the best villain from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. And no, I'm not saying that just because he was the only one to kill Sonic. No. He is devious. Devious, I tell ya. Oh man, hold up. I think I only have I only have 100 V-Bucks. I don't think there's anything I can buy in this gift shop for 100 V-Bucks. Hold up. Let me take a look real quick to see if I can buy anything from the item shop with the amount of V-Bucks I have. Oh no, I have 400. Alright, let's see if I can buy something with 400. Let's see here. The crane kick. No, that sounds kind of stupid. Well, the best I can do is this. Alright, let's see. Support creator. Let's see. Like that? Is that how you spell it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? I think. Think so. Alright. There we go. Yep. Taxi. Alright, back to it. So, here are the reasons why I think Mephiles is a better villain than people give him credit for. Now, let's start at the very beginning of Mephiles' story. Mephiles was once combined with Iblis to make Solaris, until the experiment done by Elise's father. They were doing an experiment on Solaris, I think, and everything just started collapsing. Thus, Iblis and Mephiles were separated. Iblis was sealed inside of Elise, and Shadow sealed Mephiles away. And Shadow accidentally released Mephiles. At this point, this Shadow doesn't know who Mephiles is. More on that later. Mephiles wants to what's the word? Recombine with Iblis, making Solaris. And there's two ways to do that: to either kill Iblis or make her cry. And this is where people get really, really pissed off at Mephiles. Because people are like, hey, why does Mephiles just kill Elise? Get Solaris. No. Let's go back a bit more than that. Let's go back a bit. Let's talk about this. The only one who can beat Solaris is Sonic, and if Sonic joined up with Shadow and Silver, Solaris would no doubt be defeated. So he didn't want to just kill Elise with Sonic being around. So he killed Sonic instead of Elise to make her cry. Now, people are also pissed off at Mephiles because they keep saying that his plan was too complicated. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Mephiles wants to cause pain. He's evil, sadistic. He will cause pain to everybody in order to achieve his goal. And he does it just because he can. Now, you're probably asking, what does this have to do with Mephiles being an awesome villain? Well, have you seen any, like, terrible villains, like, do that? No. Most villains that just suck at being a villain just doesn't cause that much damage. However, Mephiles is different. Mephiles came to the conclusion that in order to become a top villain, he's got to cause misery and pain to everyone he comes across, or even if it's just to complete a single goal. And he actually did that. Like, his voice, terrifying, his laugh just sends shivers down my spine. And the way he moves around is just really, really creepy. He is terrifying. More terrifying than Infinite. More terrifying than Zavok. Like, he is the walking embodiment of a demon. And he's just keeps on causing trouble. Like, first he tricked Silver into thinking that Sonic was the Iblis trigger. Just because he loves being controlled. Now you're probably thinking, control? What does that have to do with this? Mephiles was in control of Silver, correct? Therefore, he knew that he could trick Silver into helping him become one with Iblis again. He gave Sonic the name, the Iblis Trigger. And if you don't know, basically the Iblis Trigger is basically what destroyed the future, causing Iblis to go berserk and kill everything. And you may be thinking that the best way for getting back to being one with Iblis is probably best to just kill Elise. You're still probably on about that, but no. See, he wants to cause pain to everybody, like I said earlier, and he thinks the best way to do that, again, kill Sonic, because he knew that Elise would get attached to Sonic, and he thought, this would be my best chance to become one with Iblis. So he just takes the chance to kill Sonic, which works. Yes, she does. And I'm probably doing terrible with this explaining job, aren't I? Now here's the thing that people don't really take into account. Why did he try getting into Shadow's head? Well, there's a very, very good reason for that. He wants revenge on Shadow for sealing him away. Which is why when he sent Shadow to the future, and Shadow went after him, he tried to get into Shadow's head to get revenge on humanity. And Shadow, you can tell by his body language that he's actually shocked to see himself in that state. And here's where things take a real big dip for Mephiles. Shadow doesn't care. He's like, Mephiles, you can do whatever the hell you want, but I ain't helping you. And you can probably tell by Mephiles' body language that he's actually taken aback by Shadow's resilience. And you can actually see a bit of panic in there. Because Mephiles is so used to being in control of everything that he didn't expect Shadow's will to be that strong. Therefore, he saw no other chance than to transform. And during that fight, you can still see that Mephiles is still very much in control during the fight. Like, Shadow was getting royally messed up until Omega stepped in, and that's the time Shadow got the upper hand on Mephiles. Later on, after, I don't know how long, Mephiles encounters Omega, telling him that he is the one who took down Shadow. And that actually did get to Omega, because he didn't think that he would be the one to betray Shadow. And after Mephiles disappeared, he broke the news to Shadow. And you can probably tell that Shadow was hit pretty hard by this information. He even turned his back on Omega and started to walk away. But there's one thing he didn't account for. Rouge the Bat. Rouge told Shadow that she'd always remain by his side no matter what. And then they went to take on Mephiles. Mephiles was surprised that Shadow was still kicking and still with his friends. Despite all that, he still had no control over Shadow. Shadow was still in control of his own emotions and actions. So basically, Mephiles telling Omega all of this stuff. Thus, Shadow removed the inhibitors and ran through a horde of Mephiles. Yeah. So Mephiles just decided to take matters into his own hands since he lost control. So he went to kill Sonic, thus making Elise cry like a, well, you know, like a princess, I guess. Then they gather Chaos Emeralds so they can bring him back, I guess. So overall, Mephiles is quite devious, and he is the greatest villain I could have ever asked for. I'm hoping that they make a reboot of Sonic 06 just to change the story a little bit, and to change up a lot of the glitches that were in Sonic 06, but just to keep Mephiles the same, and don't make it seem like it never happened, because Mephiles was a great villain. And while it's kind of upsetting that we may never get another villain like Mephiles, still gotta look forward to newer enemies and hoping that one of them turns out to be just like Mephiles. Satanic, devious, and overall evil. Let me know if you guys agree with it or disagree with it. And Do you have any other Sonic characters I should probably talk about in the future? Let me know. So, yeah. See ya. And